Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we're talking Starfield, and we do that a lot around here, so if you're into Starfield content or other things Bethesda, consider subscribing. So it's been a weird couple of months, and I gotta be honest, I was actually in the middle of uploading kind of a doom and gloom video for once. With all the stuff that's happened at Bethesda and Xbox and Microsoft in the last few weeks, all the layoffs, including that from Bethesda, Obsidian getting Fallout, which is just, sorry, in my opinion, I'm not real happy about it. If it's like maybe a spin-off Fallout, fine, but if this is Fallout 5, I don't know. But to stay on Starfield for now, and if you guys want me to talk about Obsidian's acquisition of Fallout, let me know. I actually may make a video on that anyway. But on Starfield, this was going to impact that too. Many of us figured that would mean the end of any updates from Bethesda for Starfield. In fact, I was pretty convinced of it, if we're being honest, because what sense does it make with more limited staff to stick to a game that's already made its money? I can see where full focus on Elder Scrolls 6 could make some sense. But there was always that little bit of hope of, well, they've already had most of their focus on Elder Scrolls 6. They have an extremely small team working on Starfield and have for years, and that small team was the team that gave us free lanes and gave us Terran Armada. So maybe there's some hope, you know? I just want to see the Starborn DLC. I want one more DLC. That's it. You know, and then we got Creations to hold us over. And I want Elder Scrolls 6 too. So, like, I'm not saying devote the whole team to it, but can we just have a little niche team? They're still making a lot of money with Creations, right? But I didn't know how likely it would be. A lot of things mixing up. A lot of people losing their jobs. A lot of things changing under Asha at Xbox. So I was prepared for the worst. And I actually, like I said, was in the middle of editing a video about the end of official content for Bethesda and Starfield when this little nugget was dropped on my plate this morning. And I'm excited to talk to you about it, guys. So here's the post. Let's get into it. Post says, officially from Bethesda, Starfield continues. 17 million players, nearly 1 billion hours played. As we enter year 3, we continue to build the future of Starfield with new stories, gameplay improvements, updates, and ongoing support for Creations, while prepping for the launch of our Starborn content next year. Let's fucking go, guys. Let's go. This is what we need, right? This is what we want. Like, Starfield lives on. Fuck the haters. 17 million players. I know the YouTubers of the world are trying so hard to pretend like Starfield was a failure. But Microsoft and Bethesda have already admitted it was a huge success commercially. Yes, the player counts aren't huge on Steam, but who the fuck plays it on Steam when it's free on Game Pass? Not to mention how many people are playing it on Xbox, how many people are playing it on PlayStation. You're looking at a very small ecosystem, and on top of that, guys, it's a single-player game that came out 3 years ago. So, like, even myself, with 1,000 hours and a huge fan and make Starfield content, I don't play it daily anymore. It's one of my favorite games ever, and I don't play it daily anymore. So, like, how long are you expected to play a single-player game? Are we going to say Cyberpunk was shit because I don't play it anymore? Are we going to say Red Dead Redemption is shit because I don't play it anymore? Or GTA 5? Like, no, to some degree. I know GTA 5's got online mode, but you get the point. Like, you play these experiences, you enjoy these experiences, you pay for these experiences, and then you move on most of the time. And I think that's the case here. It doesn't mean it was a bad game. It doesn't mean it launched poorly. It's a bunch of rage baiters trying to get attention and clicks for views, guys. I mean, that's all there is to it. The YouTube community has learned that negativity sells better than positivity, and they're trying to line their wallets. And listen, I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this to be creative and create a community, to talk to people like yourself. If this thing starts making money, if we get to 1,000 subs and can monetize this thing, I'm just gonna make cool shit with that money and give it to you guys for free or something. I'm not trying to make money. I'm just trying to have fun. I just want to build communities. I want to talk Starfield. I love Starfield. I want to talk Bethesda, right? But yeah, you can tell I'm getting excited. But yes, the bottom line is we're getting more content from Bethesda and Starfield. And I thought there were some other interesting things about this post. I want to get into those. Yeah, so Bethesda also said, we're sharing more about what's ahead for Starfield, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Creation Engine 3. followed by a note from Bethesda Game Studios. We love making these worlds as much as you love playing in them. Today we want to share what's next with Bethesda Game Studios and what you should expect from us in the years ahead. For 40 years, we've built games that have entertained almost 500 million players. That's crazy. More than just games, these are worlds. Worlds for you to explore, shape, and make your own. Worlds we return to together. Man, they can't be like more right on that and why I love their games so much. And people can poke at some of the jank and they can try to get attention all they want. But the reality is Bethesda does make some really amazing world simulators where you not only can get in and make your own character and make your own adventure and truly role play. And I know people will poke and say like, oh yeah, it's not the best RPG experience. I don't think people know what RPG stands for. Because, like, a lot of games that they're like, Kingdom Come's Deliverance 2 is a better RPG game. It's like, bro, you can't even make your own character in Kingdom Come. And you follow a pretty isolated storyline. And, like, sure, blow me up in the comment section. I don't fucking care. But the reality is, in Cyberpunk, I have to play as a runner. In fucking Kingdom Come, I have to follow a storyline. In something like Red Dead Redemption, like, I'm stuck on a path. Like, to me, like, to be able to role play, it starts with, like, in my head creating a character that I'm going to then role play. And Bethesda is that great. And then beyond that, like the ability to cater the world. So like the modding community and creations community, and ability to be like, you know what? Starfield hits it on most cylinders for me, but I really like aliens in my space saga. Added. I really like lasers. Added. I really would prefer like a hairdo like this. Added. Like, it's just so fun to be able to say, I want to make my perfect game. And you can do that with Bethesda games. And that's why like Elder Scrolls and stuff has lasted so long. Skyrim people are still playing to this day. Because you can truly like, first of all, it's never ending from a quest perspective and things like that. People are always making mods and things you can play indefinitely. I can get on Starfield every Friday night and download some new quest mods and play new adventures. But beyond that, you can also like just come up with unlimited amounts of like role play opportunities by using mods and creations to build all these unique worlds that are how you would want it to be. So it's super fucking cool. And I'll argue with anybody on that all day that it's an unparalleled experience. But let's keep going. Bethesda says, that's what's driving us forward. We're invested more deeply in the world's players' lore and giving creators a bigger role in shaping their experiences and bringing our teams closer together so we can get our games into your hands sooner, support them longer, and continue building them alongside you for decades to come. Starfield continues. With over 7 million players logging in and almost 1 billion hours to date, Starfield remains an important part of our future. As we enter year 3, we continue expanding on the settled systems and new stories, targeted gameplay improvements, and additional updates, while preparing for the launch of the new Starborn content next year. This is huge too. More than 40% of players already customize their experience through creation, and will continue investing in creations and giving players new ways to make Starfield their own. We believe from the beginning that our worlds belong not only to the people who make them, but also the people who play them. That's why we've long provided players with the tools to create their own experiences, dating back to Morrowind construction set. This year marked another major milestone for creations with its expansion to Fallout 4, joining Skyrim and Starfield. We're proud to say that creators have already earned more than 10 million in royalties for their work. That's super awesome. And I know people don't like paid mods and things like that, but you gotta realize we're in this world of investors and return on investment. And single player games can be like hard to pitch over live service with reoccurring revenue. So the idea of having something where we still get that single player experience, but also there's some kind of reoccurring revenue model for people who choose to use it. And I think that's what's cool too. I don't think the next Elder Scrolls, I don't think Starfield, I don't think Fallout 4 don't already stand fine on their own without these things. But like if you want to continue your experience, you can continue to do so through paid mods or free mods. But it also like allows games like this to keep being built. And that's like a super controversial subject too. But I don't really give a fuck. The reality is, I know people want shit for free. Who the fuck doesn't? But the reality is we're not going to get things for free. We just won't get them at all. So like if there's not a model that makes single player games appealing to investors who have to invest in said games to get us said games, then we're going to lose that type of game. And that's my favorite type of game. I fucking hate most live service games anymore. There's a few that are still fine, but let's face it, MMOs are dying off. Live service games are mostly slop. The only like true, awesome, pure place to still play games is single player experiences, in my opinion. And if they need to monetize that to some degree in order to make that available to us, I'm all for it. I've never been against paying for a good video game. And I'm not against paying for updated content that's good. And I'm definitely not against supporting a community of independent creators giving us good content. So I think I'll end the video there, guys. I just wanted to get on, give my initial thoughts of the good news. I'd love to hear in the comment section, and we'll do more about this. What would you like to see from the Starborn DLC, right? But I really appreciate you being around. If you made it this long in the video, thank you, thank you, thank you. As I said before, consider subscribing if you're into this kind of thing. We do this here as much as we can. Been a little quiet the last month or so. There hasn't been a lot to talk about, but let's fucking go. We're back. Starfield's still moving forward, and I can't wait to experience this with you guys. So appreciate you all, and have a great day.